Elon Musk mom on Twitterverse pleas to deactivate Teslas in Russia.
What?
Who in their right mind? Look at this. CEO Elon Musk has been mum on requests from Twitter users to shut down Teslas in Russia. This as he provides free internet access to Ukraine and free charging for all electric cars in nearby countries. Here's an idea. Shut down all Tesla cars in Russia with a note. Hi, guys. You'll get your cars back when you stop fighting Ukraine, one user tweeted.
What?
Another said, time to shut down Russian Teslas with a kill switch. I know you can do it. So far, Musk hasn't responded. Now, the first thing I want to say is, well, they do mention, Elon Musk says, in reference to censorship, he's been told by some governments to block Russian news sources. We will not do so unless at gunpoint. Sorry to be a free speech absolutist. Bravo, good sir.
Yeah.
I also want to point out, look, some Twitter users tweeting at Elon Musk does not a story make.
Exactly.
But the sentiment among these pro-war people is kind of nightmarish. These are torch-wielding, pitchfork-wielding people who are like screaming, burn the witch. And they do it for everything. Like the video I like to bring up where the guy's chasing the woman around the store because she's not wearing a mask. And he's like, is anybody else mad that we all have to wear masks and she doesn't? Like, these people are the kind of people who just want to grab they're like waiting outside saying, ooh, let me get a pitchfork. Let me get a pitchfork. I want to chase people and scream. The idea that we're not going to war, resulting in them just saying escalate the pressure and the tension and the pain, is a scary thought. Perhaps what we're dealing with in this great culture war or cold civil war is a kind of yin yang. And we are the people who are kind of like, we should reduce suffering as much as possible. And they're the kind of people who are like, we should increase as much as possible.
Yeah, I actually tweeted, I was like, what is going to happen when people can't afford to drive to work? And I had people responding to me saying, they deserve to suffer. You know, we should raise the price of gas, or like the price of gas is much, much higher in the UK. That's fine. They should raise it higher. People need to buy electric vehicles. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're just raising net suffering in the world. For what purpose?
It's because they don't have a point of reference. It doesn't actually affect their life, so they're not going to care.
Right.
And it's crazy because I always used to talk about cancel culture and why cancel culture will ultimately lead to stuff like this. And people don't get it. It's literally just wanting to incite more pain. But what is that actually going to do?
Right.
Make things worse.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Or they do.
Or maybe they
when
do.
Like
Maybe
it.
they do, yeah.
It reminds me of a kid who's torturing ants. You
Yeah, I
know,
knew
they
kids
just
like that,
revel.
man.
Yeah. It's they're just reveling in the suffering of others. It's really weird, man.
That is psychopathic, to revel in the suffering of others. And to think that other people deserve to suffer for not following your particular ideology is probably as close to evil as anything that I can come up with.
I'll give you guys something to ponder. So I was thinking about this several years ago. I think when I might have been in Ukraine or something. I might have been in Ukraine. Yes, it was like 2013, 2014. And like why people are protesting. And I thought about how they say like the economy is really bad. And, you know, we work for a month and the average income is like $400 a month or something. And they were like, if we join the EU, the economy will be better and everyone will have, you know, better access to things. And then I was like, what would happen if the cost of water was greater than the cost of labor? If that ever happened, you will get total revolution instantly. Total revolution. So we pay our water bills when you live in a city, right? So Detroit, this is what kind of got me thinking about it. It was the Detroit and the Flint water stuff. It's the most expensive in the nation. I don't know if it still is, but it was at the time. And the reason was, there's an activist I know who's based in Detroit who was working on fixing the pipes when all this was going down. And he said that it used to be cheap to get water to your house. But the more people leave Michigan, then the more the cost of the water system is spread out among the remaining population.
Interesting.
So if you have 1 million people and it costs $1 million a month, that's a $1 per month. If 500,000 leave, your costs just doubled to $2 a month. If, you know, another, you know, 250,000 leave, now it's $4 a month. It's actually substantially more than that. But because people were fleeing Michigan, the cost of water was going up and up and up to the point where I guess what happened was Flint switched off of Detroit water into like Flint River water, which was nasty and then caused corrosion or something. But I digress. The point is, I started thinking about this and I'm like, water costs money to get to you. Food costs money. If high food prices result in civil war because people can't work enough to eat, then what happens if they can't work enough to drink any water? It'll be worse than a revolution because people will be trying to just steal water. Like water is the most valuable thing on the planet for people.
Well, it becomes such a double bind when you can't afford the gas that it costs to get to work. Like today, I commute 20 miles each way. And at first I was worried because Biden was talking about putting a tax per mile, but now I'm just concerned about the price of gas and how it's going to affect everything long term. It's only going to get higher. No, over here it's going to hit $4 soon. It was $3.50 earlier this week. And I was like, thank God that I make ends meet, but normal people who are just scraping by already, unsustainable. And what do? You can't even earn the money to buy the food.
You know
And
what
that's
the
expensive as
craziest
hell, too.
the craziest thing you could do right now is shut off electric vehicles. This was the stupidest thing these people could have tweeted. Because right now, the refuge is in electric vehicles. You're concerned about high gas prices. They come out and they say, well, buy electric. If Elon Musk has the ability to snap his fingers and turn my car off, and he does, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.